Hello, everybody. Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiance right here on the channel. Let's get right into it, guys. Today's story is about everybody's favorite person to hate on 90 Day Fiance, and that's Big Ed Brown. Now, Big Ed Brown is coming back with Liz on the season of Happily Ever After, much to my dismay and much to a lot of other people's dismay as well. I think that we've all been kind of sick of seeing Big Ed on the show. He's been on too many seasons, too many spinoffs since he originally came on the show with Rosemary Vega, and he detailed, or at least the show detailed, his romance with Rosemary Vega, which wasn't much of a romance. It was a pretty, I think, shocking relationship in many ways, just how much younger she was than him. And I always go back to that night when Rose and Big Ed had sex, and it appeared that Ed got Rose so drunk that she didn't even remember anything about it the next day. And of course, we know that Big Ed has been accused of assaulting another lady as well, and some similarities to what happened with Rose that night were present in the lady's story as well. But we won't talk about that today. Today we're going to be talking about Big Ed. He's pursuing some new interests. So what are those new interests? Let's go and let's discuss this right away. So Big Ed Brown is pursuing a new career interest in music as he deals with his breakup with Liz Woods. Now, before we get into this story, guys, I just want to say I really hate how recently a lot of these storylines are spoiled. Like, TLC is behind the 8 ball here. They are just stuck in the past. They're showing us relationships that we already know what happened, that have already been spoiled. Like, what is going on, TLC? Why is this happening? We know Liz and Big Ed are Splitsville, and they've been Splitsville since like 5-6 months ago. Yet on this current season of Happily Ever After, we're going to see them basically kind of like reconcile, move to Arkansas, try to live together, try to create a new life in Arkansas. Obviously, it's not going to work out. We're also going to see them, I don't know if we're going to see them get married, but they do get married. And obviously that marriage falls apart. So we already know all of this. Big Ed, is going his separate way. At first, he denied the split, and then he had to admit to it because people kept asking and asking. And it was obvious that Liz had a new man. She revealed her new man. And so we knew that this couple was done, and then Big Ed finally admitted to it and said that perhaps he has a new girlfriend as well, who I'm not sure that we know the identity of as of right now. So I really dislike that everything is getting spoiled. What's the point in watching the show, TLC, if we already know all of this? Obviously, TLC hopes that we're stupid and that we don't follow the news on the internet, because that's the only way that we would tune in. Otherwise, we already know what happens. Why are we going to watch a story that is basically half a year behind what's currently happening? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Okay, so Big Ed is pursuing a new career in music. He's returning to TV with Liz on Happily Ever After, showcasing their move to Arkansas while facing challenges. And despite their wedding plans, Liz is now dating someone else, obviously, raising questions about the future of their relationship. I mean, it's not raising questions. There are no questions here. We know the answers. The answer is this marriage bombs. It doesn't work out. Liz goes back to San Diego, is dating a new man that is a lot younger and looks a lot more appealing than Big Ed in many different ways. But there are some things about that guy that perhaps we'll do another video on, because some, perhaps unsavory things have come out about him. But perhaps we'll talk about that in a future video. So Big Ed Brown revealed his new career interest as he deals with a split from Liz. Big Ed used to work as a photographer when he romanced Rose Vega. Big Ed and Rose's relationship was short-lived, after which he came to San Diego and found Liz working at a restaurant. Sparks flew between them, despite their humongous age difference. However, it also led to their 14 breakups until Big Ed went to therapy with Liz on 90 Day The Last Resort and decided that they would get married. 90 Day Fiance Big Ed Brown has a new pastime as he celebrates his return to TV. So he's coming back to the franchise with Liz this weekend in a brand new episode of Happily Ever After. And let's see if we can play this, guys, because you guys might or might not notice, but Big Ed has blocked me on Instagram. And so, of course, I have other accounts. I have other ways of seeing this. But yeah, so he is playing here like he is showcasing, I can finally start my EDM hobby So he has a piano, he has a keyboard on there, and he has his laptop all connected to it, and he is going to be creating EDM music. While he's at it, he's also decided to take up a new activity that keeps him busy. Posted a video of his makeshift recording studio at home, complete with a keyboard, a bass guitar, a set of drums. He put photos of his room together into the video. Caption, "I can finally start my EDM hobby." What to expect from Big Ed on Happily Ever After? Big Ed revealed that he has started writing his own music. He bragged about making some really cool sounds. Big Ed hopes to launch a new career now using his passion for music. He wrote that he wants to become an EDM DJ and wants to do shows in Las Vegas. Big Ed is known for switching careers every season. Back in July 2023, he revealed that he became a real estate agent. He had started his real estate career in Northwest Arkansas, which is where he and Liz moved to a year ago ahead of their wedding. Now, the couple has decided to settle down in Big Ed's hometown in Bentonville, where they bought a house together. The couple will be 2 months away from their August 2023 wedding on Happily Ever After, and that storyline is going to follow the challenges that they face as they finally make their way to the altar. But the couple may never get to hear wedding bells at all. Big Ed's wife-to-be, Liz, has been with a new man since late 2023. Now, this part of the article is false. It's not accurate. Big Ed has already confirmed the wedding, and so this is why, this article is, parts of it are not accurate, but it's because TLC is confusing the viewers. Big Ed obviously is, and so is Liz, but they're confusing the viewers because they're showing us something that is just so behind, and we've had news since then that people are like, hold on, we're seeing this on TV now, there's a wedding, wait, what's going on? Is there a wedding? It looks like they've broken up. Does this wedding ever happen or not? People are confused, but the facts are the wedding does indeed happen. I believe this was confirmed by Big Ed. We've covered this in previous videos. The wedding happens. It's a low-key, kind of a low fanfare wedding from what I've heard. The wedding happens. However, shortly after that is when trouble starts to happen with these two, and I believe it's a month or two after that they go their separate ways. Liz finds a new man, and Big Ed goes on to do his own thing. So this part right here, not accurate, guys. They are indeed married. Now, Liz is not even in Arkansas anymore. As per Instagram, she's been dating a man named Jason. He often shows up on her Instagram, although she prefers not to reveal his face just yet. Jason is a Navy vet and works as an instructor for the Navy, and it's rumored that he met Liz during a marathon event. Now, meanwhile, Big Ed is keeping mum about his current relationship status. And, Happily Ever After Season 8 might end up being a storyline about Big Ed and Liz's final breakup instead of their much-awaited wedding. So it's going to be both, guys. It's going to be both the wedding and the breakup. We're going to see all of that play out. I'm assuming here we're going to see all of that play out on this current season of Happily Ever After. I got to say, thank God that it appears that this is over. The charade is over. The countless breakups are over. Thank God for that, and hopefully this is also the last season that we see Big Ed, because, like I said, guys, look, this is what I'm saying. You see these articles that we go over, right? You see how they're written. Do you notice that it's never mentioned that Big Ed has been accused of sexual assault, and the details of that assault are very grim. He allegedly date raped a lady. That is the allegation here. And TLC has swept this under the rug for years, and they're relying on the viewers being ignorant and stupid. And as you can see, even these articles that we're going over, even these media sources, none of them are mentioning this ever. It's almost like it never happened. It's like Big Ed's past has been whitewashed, and Big Ed himself, this is why he blocked me, because we were the first to report this back in 2020. Big Ed does not like us. He does not like us talking about this, and he doesn't himself actually ever talk about what happened. He doesn't deny it. He hasn't denied it publicly. He just keeps mum, and I have a reason to believe as to why that is because he doesn't want any trouble, and he knows that if he talks about it, the lady will cancel her NDA, and perhaps legal trouble will come his way. So he's never mentioned anything about it ever. And, that's the allegations of what happened. None of these articles ever mention it. TLC hopes that you guys don't know. They hope that you guys are ignorant and that you just don't follow the news. and you have no idea, and you just think that Big Ed is just this kind of goofy looking guy that's just he's just misunderstood. That's what they're going for. Yeah, he's a little abusive, but whatever. At the end of the day, he's not all that harmful, which is not accurate. And this is playing into the second part of this article. Now, we're gonna go over this, and then I'm gonna tell you guys my opinion on this. So, Big Ed's condition, everybody makes fun of No Neck Ed. No Neck Ed, everyone makes fun of No Neck Ed. So, what exactly is his condition? He's opened up about this before, but let's just go over it, and then I will tell you guys what I think about this. Big Ed said that I learned at a young age I can either let this condition define who I am, or I can accept that God made me this way. I grew up with a condition called KFS, Klippel-Feil syndrome, where it looks like I actually don't have a neck, he explained. But I do. I have 3 vertebrates that are the size of 2 when most normal humans from this world have 7. And I have a bigger than normal chest cavity, so I've been bullied all of my life. While some viewers have been cruel about Big Ed's appearance, he's used to receiving criticism and standing out. Learned at a young age I can either let this condition define who I am, or I can accept that God made me this way. Now, though he has learned to cope with being different, things were challenging when he first became famous. All of the bad memories came back to life when the show first came out. He explained about his rapid rise to fame. Though it became difficult to get out of bed due to the hate, the reality star rapidly started receiving letters from fans who were inspired by his condition. One man in particular also had KFS. A fan named Abe wrote in after seeing Big Ed on TV, and he described the man as very depressed and somewhat suicidal. Big Ed shared that the man was incredulous after seeing him on a dating show, and he asked him, "How do you rub mayonnaise on your hair on national TV? Where do you get that confidence?" And he explained that the key to confidence is accepting oneself. You can love who you are. There's nothing you can change about yourself. Accept that and you'll be fine. He added that Abe and him still email and talk to this day. What started out as a reality show turned out to be a platform where I can really help people get through the bullying side of life, which is not good. Okay, so Big Ed here is, he is telling you guys a story. This is the story that he wants you to believe. He wants you to believe that, he's been bullied his whole life, which he probably has. That's probably true. He's probably been bullied for his condition and his appearance. That's probably true. And he says that, well, I've overcome it, by just accepting who I am. I'll add one thing. I think Big Ed is incredibly manipulative. And I really think that he actually figured out that he can use this condition in a way to manipulate people, especially young women, and to kind of portray himself as this innocent, likable guy that looks a little different, maybe is a little goofy, because he plays off of that. If you see him on TikTok or Instagram, on social media, he'll often wear like chicken costumes, and he'll often go like bare-chested with a broom. He'll do really dumb, silly things that appeal to young people specifically. He'll make fun of himself, no problem. And I think that he's learned not only how to accept himself, but how to weaponize his condition as a manipulation tactic and use it to disarm and manipulate especially young ladies. And I say that because we know the things that he's been accused of. We know the ladies that he's been trying to date. We know that Rose didn't really want to have sex with Big Ed until he basically made her so drunk that she didn't even remember that she had sex with him. And it's something similar that he also used on Liz. And every time you see him dating, he also tries to disarm people by playing up his condition and his goofiness and whatnot. So on one part, yes, I think he did learn how to perhaps accept himself. But I think that the whole thing is a little more sinister than that. And he is not giving you the full story here, because Big Ed is a manipulator. He is quite creepy. And he's also been charged of sexual assault. And so he's not saying any of that here. He's just saying the good stuff because he wants to be this inspirational figure for people that are different, which he is not. He is not that. Let's be clear about that. He is not. We know that based on the things he's been accused of, based on his actions on the show, based on the overall package that we've seen from Big Ed. Big Ed is not that inspirational figure. but he thinks he is, and he wants people to believe that. That's my opinion on that. Like I said, he probably has been bullied. I have no doubt about that, because people are cruel, and if they see that you're different, they're going to pick on that, and that's the way it goes. But like I said, I don't think that Big Ed is, his story. I obviously don't buy it, and based on all the information that we have. So that's the story for today, guys. I really hate that TLC is just showing us stuff that is so dated. That's really my main point here, because it's really hard to cover. Like, you'll see these sites covering the story as if it's happening in real time, and we just know this has been done, and it's been done for months and months. We've known that. It makes it very hard to cover on this channel something that we already know has basically ended many, many months ago. And yeah, so that's the video for today, guys. Hope you guys do enjoy the video. By the way, if you guys have never watched, or you're unaware of what I'm talking about, the accusations against Big Ed, and by the way, I will keep mentioning them in every video, because unlike some of these sites that are just basically sweeping all of this under the rug, I'm going to give you guys the full story, just like I am every time I talk about Gino and Jasmine. We always talk about how she's a sugar baby, and you look on these sites, they never mention anything. We're always going to mention that, because it is a key part of who these people are, and it's a key part of the storylines. And when you read these articles and they don't mention that, the articles are misleading. So you guys will always get the full truth here, or at least as far as we know it, you guys will always get that here. So that's the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a big thumbs up. If you did, hit that subscribe button down below for more content. If you're unfamiliar with the Big Ed story, go watch the very first video on this channel, and you guys will understand what I'm talking about. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.